All right, first game of the year in the books. The San Francisco 49ers come out with the win against the Jets on Monday Night Football. Obviously, it all started with getting the notification that Christian McCaffrey was going to be out for this game, which meant we were going to get a lot of Jordan Mason, and that's exactly what we got. And Jordan Mason made his presence felt out here when this all went down. Oh boy, did Jordan Mason have a game. He became a star tonight. 28 carries, 147 yards, and a touchdown. That's averaging 5.2 yards a carry. He also added one reception for 5 yards. Jordan Mason, if you've been following along with the channel, we talk about Jordan Mason all the time. The Jordan Mason hive is buzzing. So we are very, very excited about that. Obviously, too, with the 49ers' big win, it was still a little rusty. And when you think of rust, I think of Brandon Aiyuk and the drop touchdown that he had. I believe he had another drop. It was a really good defensive play by Sauce Gardner to knock the ball out. But obviously, we've talked about, the need for getting guys into training camp early and why that matters and why to kind of get through these motions. So obviously for Aiyuk, he's still kind of getting back into the swing of things. He was able to come back, do pretty solid. He still had 2 catches for 28 yards. Not terrible, but obviously could be better. But that's what we come to expect when you miss training camp. Brock Purdy was 19 of 29 for 231. Would have had a touchdown. We had the drop. They're chanting Kittle in the background over there as he goes and says what's up. But yeah, Purdy played pretty well. Wasn't perfect either, but I would say for the most part, he was dotting it up. Beautiful pass to Kyle Juszczyk down the left sideline, set up a Jordan Mason touchdown. He was finding Aiyuk, he was finding Kittle, he was finding Deebo Samuel was used a ton as a rusher. He had 8 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown, and also added 5 receptions for 54 yards. Kittle had 4 for 40. Kyle Juszczyk, 2 for 40. All right. Fred Warner had the big fumble early on, forced that fumble. Isaac Yiadom, the big 4th down PBU, that was really nice. Diamador Lenore with the deflection, popped it up. And you get Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles with the interception. You had Leonard Floyd with his first sack as a San Francisco 49er. Nick Bosa being held like crazy, but what else is new? Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles came away with the interception. Defense played really well. They really were making it difficult on Aaron Rodgers. One of the Aaron Rodgers touchdowns came on a broken play. That was a false start, jumped off sides, free play. But other than that, I felt like the defense did a really good job, and I think it's just a preview of what we're going to see from this group up front. So overall takeaway from the performance, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't, like everything was clicking on point. But for the overall takeaway is, man, if that's what the 49ers can do, put 32 points up on the New York Jets, pretty solid defense, and play defense the way they were, and they could clean up those mistakes. They can continue to improve, continue to get better. Man, this team is going to be hard to stop. It was great to see Trent Williams, a little bit of a scare. He went into the locker room. He apparently went to get an IV. He came back. One thing that we have to watch for is Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks left the game. Spencer Burford came in at left guard. Dominic Cooney played phenomenally. So overall, can't wait to get into the tape and really break this one down. But instant reaction was, it was really good performance that they could get a lot better. And that is a great spot to be in week 1. And that's what I expect. I expect these next 3 weeks to really be fine-tuning and then being able to get into rhythm, especially with players missing camp. And then it's off and running. But so far, really, really liked it. Let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.